Hello, beautiful people. I'm back again with my pep talk. Be spoken and be heard's pep talk. And today I have a very interesting talk to happen all the way from a different continent. Yes, I have a very amazing academician who is going to share a beautiful journey as his career started as a teacher. He's an English teacher from Government Day Secondary School, Karu, Abuja, Nigeria. He has emerged as awardee for 2020 Global Teachers Prize, and he has turned many odds that came in his way while as a young learner to an awarded educator into possibilities. With his passion-driven initiatives and with his outstanding contributions to his profession, he believes in purpose to a man is like water to a fish. His discovery is the beginning of a meaningful life. Well, there's much more to know about him, and he is Olasunkanmi Samuel Opeifa. Olasunkanmi, welcome to Pep Talk.
Thank you so much, Sudamai. If I get that, thank you so much. I'm glad to be your midst. And good morning from Nigeria to the entire world, and good afternoon in India. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. I happen to stammer your name. Don't mind. I'm just trying to catch hold of your name. If I say it, please correct me if I'm wrong. Right. Well,
No
just take us into the journey of a teacher. How did this all started?
My decision, once again, good morning. Let me quickly correct my name there a little bit. I am Olasunkanmi Samuel Opeifa.
Right.
I got to understand that if you really want to learn my name, it's more of like a course in the university. So let me just forgive whoever pronounces it anyhow. All right. My journey as a teacher.
Right.
I was very young, around age 8. Precisely, I can say I was in primary 3. That is grade 3. Age 8 in grade 3. When I decided to be a teacher. And the reason was just based on the fact that my parents would not allow any of their children to mix with the community and play. So we would rather sit down and read books. So in the process, I will read this textbook called Social Study. So in the process of reading the textbook, I would imagine standing in front of people and re-explaining the concept of the book to them. And not just re-explaining, getting some other unique method of explaining the same concept I learned directly. Either re-explaining it in my local language or explaining it using analogies around. As young as I was then, I remember reading about family. I remember reading about public opinion. Yes, I remember the picture of a man in that book, and I remember teaching it out. So at that age 3, I decided to be a teacher, and sincerely, I never wavered. I never had any other thought of any other profession. I just said, no, this is my area, this is my job. I love this. And to add to it, when I was in primary 5, that is grade 5, a teacher, Mr. Oloyede, asked us to write about ourselves. You know, you write myself, my name, my future career, and so on. I wrote teaching. And out of all the scripts submitted that day, he picked out my own, read it to the class, and was asked the student to clap for me that I wanted to be like them. And that was the encouragement. I felt elated. I felt excited that yes, I'm on the right path. And today, I am a teacher.
And today we are glad to meet you with such a beautiful career you have, and you are winning lots of laurels, not just for you, but for your country, being a teacher. That's a beautiful thing. Well, as a government teacher for English, you're an English teacher, right? for a village of over 200 students, and you definitely could have gone through a mountain of challenges on your way to teach English for your students. So what are the immediate initiatives that you might have taken, to overcome such challenges?
You know, thank you. My first challenge as an English teacher was to teach in a crowded classroom. That's
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Second was to combat, to fight with I can call it low standard of expression
Okay.
of students that was over influenced by what we call pidgin English, or what is known as Creole. In Nigeria, especially where I found myself, Lagos State, when I started my teaching, and here in FCT, that's Abuja, students would prefer to speak pidgin, the mixture of some element of their local language and English language in a bastardized way. So the standard expression was not there. Now, here you are as a teacher, you will enter the classroom to teach, and students are telling you something like, let me give an example. Uncle, don't they come? Oh. Now, they call teachers, male teacher, uncle, like uncle. Then female teachers, aunties. That's one big error, but we have come to understand it. Right. Now, you are coming to their class to teach them, you hear something like, uncle, don't they come? Oh. Now, probably you don't understand that. It means the teacher is coming. The male teacher is coming. Now, that is uncle, don't they is coming. That's the progressive of the continuous verb. They come. So, and then you want to correct them, don't speak pidgin again. And oftentimes, they tend to even think in their mother tongue, and then translate it into English language. So, a gross influence of mother tongue was another major challenge. And language is a habit. When you speak it, the more you speak it, the better you get at it. But they would prefer to speak the substandard instead of the standard. So that was a big challenge with me. And then, because they were not speaking the language very well, they were not ready to learn the grammar. They were not ready to learn the pronunciation. They were not ready to learn the art of writing. And these were the basic things that should be written in the exam. Now, as a teacher, that was the problem. I looked at it, okay, how can I teach these children from the level they are to where they are supposed to be? I tried all sorts of things, but one day, I was teaching article writing. I was teaching article writing, and mistakenly, I just said, first of all, introduction. Now, that statement, first of all, introduction, is part of a song, a popular hip-hop song in Nigeria around 2014. It was sung by Olamide. They call him, I think that's Olamide Badu, or they call him Olamide. I don't know. I think Olamide or Wizkid. I think Wizkid or Olamide. I don't even know. I know the two of those musicians sang it. Yeah, I think it's Wizkid. And then it was like, first of all, introduction. First of all, introduction. That it was a form of song. So as I said, first of all, introduction. The student cue in immediately. They got it, and I was like, I think it was making sense to them. Then in the song, you will say, go down low, like go down. Then I told them that when you write your introduction, you go down to the next paragraph, and I said, go down low. And then they got it too, and I discovered that, wow, if I can introduce fun, music, game, anything that can attract their attention into my classroom, I will get them. So we started that, okay? To teach article writing, any composition, I will be using music style, I'll be using dance step and the rest. And interestingly, they got it. Wow. Of recent, there's this dance in Nigeria that is called shaku shaku. Shaku shaku. Well, for the audience, you can just check it. Just type shaku shaku, SHAKU, SHAKU. I take it again. SHAKU, then SHAKU. Shaku shaku. Just Google it. like
Right.
Nigerian shaku shaku. When you dance shaku shaku, you shake your head like this, and then
Oh,
you bring your hand to your head as you are doing, and then you do your two legs, and then you go, and then you are dancing.
all right.
And the standard of writing composition in our examination, you need 5 paragraphs.
Okay.
5 paragraphs. Now, to also dance shaku shaku, you need 5 parts of your body: your head, your
Right.
2 hands, and your legs. So
Yes.
I was able to infuse the knowledge of shaku shaku into composition writing, that your head is your introductory paragraph.
Okay.
The first hand is the next paragraph, which is called the bridge paragraph, that must connect with the introduction.
Right.
There must be coherence.
Correct.
So the coherence of the head and the hand now, so when you dance it, you dance like this. So it shows that your
Oh,
introduction must flow into the next one.
all right.
Then you connect to the next paragraph, which is your hand. Then you start dancing like that. Now, then you start shaking your leg. I can't show my leg, sorry. And then you start shaking your head. So first paragraph, second paragraph, third paragraph, fourth paragraph, and fifth paragraph, you are done with essay writing. So I was able to connect that, and it became nice.
Right.
So, and they flow very well. And there are so many other examples that, because of time, I may not be able to show us now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Whoa, that's interesting. In fact, this really works if every teacher starts looking for different alternatives to what is difficult. So you're just making things easier. Music always makes better sense, especially for students who want to learn. Well, let's get to your most prestigious moment, being,
Thank you.
yes, yeah. So you've been chosen for the 2020 Global Teachers Prize. So what was your experience? How did you feel about it? How did your teachers, what was the reaction when they found that, yes, he deserved it and he got it? What was their reaction?
Okay. Being chosen as top 50
Right.
teacher in the world,
Yeah.
I can say, was mind-blowing. I was approaching this place today. I was coming here today, and
Mm-hmm.
I thought of it again, not because of this interview. The thought of it just came to me again, that, I mean, 12,000 teachers applied
Okay.
for one prize. Now,
Okay.
not in any particular order that, okay, let's pick, there are 6 continents.
Uh-huh.
Let's take 9 from each continent or 8 from each continent. No,
Okay.
randomly selected based on the application.
Uh-huh.
Based on our application, I was able to emerge as 50, one of 50. Wow, that was a big one.
Yes.
Now, sincerely, I remember the day I got the email
Right.
that I will be selected. I don't want to tell you what I did. You are on air.
I get
I,
that. I
I,
get you.
I could not contain myself, honestly.
Right.
I was just reading the text message. I was just reading the mail over and over. So, 2 days ago, I still read the mail. I
Okay.
still read the mail that, wow, you mean in the entire world, top 50. So
Right.
I communicated it with my friends, not just the teachers in my school,
All right.
Microsoft expert community in Nigeria,
Right.
some other friends, and it went everywhere. Social media picked it. I got interviews from different newspapers,
Right.
and the story went that way. Prior to this time, anyway, I once emerged as the best teacher in Nigeria.
Uh-huh.
That was in 2018. And
Okay.
I felt that was all. I felt, nothing could be better than being the best in your country. But beyond that,
Mm-hmm.
now I emerged as the only teacher chosen for Global Teacher Prize in my country,
Right.
the only teacher chosen in the entire West Africa,
Whoa.
and just 5 in Africa.
Right.
So it's just a big one. And it has really expanded my frontier of influence,
Right.
my frontier of influence beyond my own reach. Now, yes, I know when I talk in my country, I know people want to listen, they want to hear from that global teacher.
Right.
And sincerely, I'm still hoping that yes, it can be better than this, because I can now see that this is not just my limit. This is not my limit. I can still go further and influence more people.
Right. So this journey, this so-called a short span of you registering for the award and then winning is definitely overwhelming for you. But it definitely
Overwhelming.
added more responsibility for you as a global teacher, I guess. So the
Sure.
world is looking at you. Uh, they just want to follow you, see you. So any tips for aspiring new age teachers? Because you're the right person to guide them.
Can you take that again? It's
Any
buffered,
any
please.
any tip for aspiring new age educators?
All right. Okay, I got that. For young teachers, for any teacher who aspire to also get to this height or even go beyond, sincerely, I'm still young in this profession. I can count around 12 years now as a teacher
Okay.
professionally.
Okay.
Now, yes, so I still have so many years ahead of me. This is just like
Absolutely.
a platform for me to do more. So
Right.
for every young teacher who also wants to to attain same height,
Mm-hmm.
the first thing is be dedicated to your job.
Absolutely.
Don't don't be a teacher because you need to earn money.
Huh.
There is popular saying, I don't know whether it's in my country alone or in the entire world, that the reward of a teacher is in heaven. Now, when you say the reward of a teacher is in heaven, over time it has been misconstrued. It has been misconstrued
Right.
that only we shouldn't pay teachers. Only God, no.
Right.
What it actually means is no amount of money
Right.
is enough to pay you for what you do as a teacher. So that doesn't mean you shouldn't pay us. That doesn't mean you shouldn't give us our reward. But only God can actually pay us effectively,
Right.
because our role in nation building cannot be set aside. No, we are just the one that are upholding this nation and the entire world.
Right.
We don't teach just now, we teach the future. Now, going to about, I'm talking to young teachers now, be dedicated, develop yourself more on your job.
Right.
Don't run after money. Money will come.
Right.
There was this movie in India,
Mm-hmm.
Three Idiots.
Oh,
I
okay.
think the hero there said, I've forgotten the way he put it, but let me just paraphrase it. You may understand it.
Yeah,
That
yeah, sure.
do not chase money,
Huh.
but chase excellence.
Correct. Correct.
Money, success, and the rest of them will chase you pants down. So
So true.
to teachers too, don't chase money. Sincerely, I never had the thought of money in my mind. I never had the thought of winning awards in my mind. I never knew that there were even awards for teachers.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just dedicated as no. If they will pick one person or two or 10, let me say 10 people, 10 teachers in my country, in my subject area, as
Mm-hmm.
far as pedagogy is concerned, I want to be one of them. Not for the award, not for the money. I just want to get better all the time. So you see me reading a lot of books, you see me
Mm-hmm.
doing researches online, you see me connecting to other friends beyond the country, just because I want to get better. And it is said that success is opportunity and preparation.
Right.
If you are prepared, then opportunity will come your way. And because you're already prepared for it, you succeed. So
Right.
it is very important that you as a young teacher, prepare yourself all the time. Stay prepared, stay prepared. And finally, there is this philosophy that guides me a lot in life. As a young boy, I learned it,
Mm-hmm.
that do not ever thrive,
Right.
strive, do not ever strive
Uh-huh.
to be an average person.
Okay.
Be the best.
Right.
In everything you want to do, be the best.
Mm-hmm.
Because an average life is a decorated failure. So in everything, push it, give your best. When you are given an assignment in your workplace and there is no money attached to it, there's no reward attached to it, let the reward be the fulfillment that you achieve excellence at this thing. There's no responsibility given to me by the grace of God that I don't want to do with a touch of excellence,
Right.
whether you will pay me or not. I tell people, employ me for any job, you will pay me, sure. Money is aside. But the fulfillment of the job is that I achieve the result excellently. So I want to achieve an excellent result. So for every young man who is aspiring for anything, please go for excellence. And am I permitted to give a tip for those who are applying for any, going for any application, going for any award?
Okay.
Always read the question with a critical mind.
Okay.
Look for the weakness of that question, relate it to your life, and be sincere.
Okay.
I'll take that again. Look for the weakness of the application. Now, weakness there means, who are they looking for?
Okay.
What do they want? For instance, I can, in summary, say that Global Teacher Prize is actually looking for that teacher that has given all, despite that he or she has none. In summary,
right.
A teacher who has given all, despite the fact that you do not have any or you have none. So when I saw that as a teacher, I said, wow, I am one of these people. When I saw Global Teacher Prize, when I saw Peter Tabichi, last winner, when I saw other winners, I said, no, I belong to the category of these people. I have sacrificed in the past.
Right.
I once served in a village where I was the only English teacher in a village, a typical village, for 1 year. Other corps members that were sent there cried and some ran back. I told them I would stay here until today. They cannot forget my name. They call me Copper Phenomenon. Go to Koma village in Adamawa. I was called Copper Phenomenon. Now, if you go there, they can't forget me because I gave them the first library.
Okay.
We started from the scratch, roofed it, put everything there, got books for them, and I left the village. Okay. Now they cannot forget. Interestingly, my best student among them is now a teacher in that school.
Wow.
And that gives me more joy than even the library. When I heard that Haruna James,
okay,
that's his name, Haruna James is now a teacher in JSS Koma in Adamawa. So I looked at my life like that, okay, I have sacrificed at this level. I have done this and I have done that. So I said, yes, I belong to the category of Peter Tabichi. I belong to the category of those who have sacrificed and have won the award. And that was me. I was sincere enough with the story, and today I have it.
Beautiful. So all the listeners who are with us right now, all the viewers who are with us right now, this is the most beautiful and golden words coming all the way from a Nigerian teacher who speaks about excellence. Yes, every teacher should strive for excellence because that's where our future lies with the students, and never settle for average. That's so beautifully said by Olasunkanmi. Well, I'm excited to know more about your hobbies and interests. As a teacher, you have danced, you have shown some growing, I guess, and your kids must be enjoying in your class. But apart from this, you definitely should be having some interests. Any hobbies?
Okay, thank you. My hobbies, my interests, interestingly, have turned to work. Okay. You know, sometimes last year, I just realized that I have no hobby.
Oh.
I have no other thing apart from my job. And what happened? All those things that used to be my hobby, surfing the net, playing on PowerPoint, listening to music, but not for entertainment, but to get something, all of them have turned to my work. So I don't listen to music these days anymore, just to relax. I listen to like, okay, what is the next thing? Okay, this dance. There's this dance they call Ebu God in my country. Ebu God, yes, the way they dance it. As I was, and then Bese. Instead of to relax and to enjoy it, I rather saw that, okay, Bese, Ebu God can help me to teach punctuation while students write composition. Okay, able God will be like comma, comma, and then bese will be the full stop. And you know, over time, I used to love just playing with the computer.
Okay.
But as a teacher, suddenly it has become a tool that we use in our classroom, and especially during this lockdown. So when you see me on my computer, I'm not even relaxing anymore. I'm thinking of the next concept I want to create.
Okay.
I love to chat, like what we are doing now. I love to talk. Now, when you see me talking, it's that I am training teachers or I am teaching. So all my hobbies that I enjoy, I've turned to work. So I'm going to ask the entire world, can you please suggest what I can do else that is no longer work, but it is something I can relax with.
All right.
I don't understand football so much, so I don't really watch football as such.
Okay. So football, I'll count that as your hobby. Sounds
Okay.
like pastime activity. Well, as I believe, teacher will never take rest, even though they are retired. Still, they keep working. Still, they keep thinking about their students, and that's the beauty of teaching. And you've been into teaching for 12 years, young, and aspire to bring more and more initiatives. Here comes another one for you. The pandemic hit. So how are you able to handle your classes? What are the initiatives that you have taken during this lockdown?
Wow. The pandemic, I can say, is a blessing.
Okay.
The pandemic, yes,
Okay.
is a blessing in disguise. Sorry for, I'm not really the pandemic, may I correct that?
Right.
The lockdown, the fact that we are asked to stay back at home to save our life. Yes, it was difficult at a point, but it became a blessing.
Right.
Sorry for those who have lost one or two loved ones as a result of this. My heart actually goes out to them. It's not really an easy thing. We lost so many people in the country. I just get a call now of some people that actually died, and I was like, wow. I was almost going to be in their midst when the lockdown started, and I couldn't make it to join the group of people that had contact with a victim.
Right.
So when the lockdown started, because we're in a rural area, we couldn't contact our students.
Right.
It was difficult. I must tell you, for good 3 or 4 months, we lost contact with our students.
Okay.
But I did something. I went on Facebook.
Okay.
And I announced that all teachers in the country, at least to a very large extent, I should be representing them well,
Right.
should do a video lesson and just post it on your social media space.
Okay.
Just leave it on your YouTube, leave it on your Facebook, leave it. Peradventure, a student will come across your mathematics, your biology, your English. So I was doing that. I taught formal letter, informal letter, grammatical names and functions, and I was dropping them on my Facebook. Then my school head, the principal of my school, heard about what I was doing and decided to call me that I should come and teach other teachers too. So I taught other teachers. We were able to maintain 20 teachers in a room, in a large hall, that will not have contact, and we're able to look at how WhatsApp can be used as a tool for learning. And that was it. So many teachers were trained, and the students were able to come on board.
Okay.
They came on board, and then we were able to manage the few that we saw, and we just taught them. So during the pandemic, it was tough, for a public school teacher that I am, to reach the students effectively. It was tough.
Right. Probably you might have changed something in their lives even during this lockdown. It is definitely a blessing and a curse for the world as everything got standstill. But learning has to go on, and you have opted digital learning. So there are a few statements. Would you love to? These statements might be misconceptions of non-teaching people. So would you love to prove them wrong or true or false? I would read out some statements for you. Just let me know if they're true or false. Here comes another one, very interesting one. Teachers can be replaced by automated learning method. Here I'm talking about digital learning. So can a teacher be replaced?
False.
Okay. What do you think it is?
Okay, I should explain.
Yes, because this makes things like this is like debunking the myths.
All educational philosophers have come to agree that yes, technology cannot replace teachers.
Right.
But teachers that use technology can replace those who do not. So the statement is that way.
Right.
Those who use technology will surely replace it. I read from a friend this morning on Facebook that education is the key to success in life, something like that. Education is the key, but technology, no, I think technology has changed the part. I think education is the padlock or something like that, or education is the door to success.
Right.
But technology has changed the key. Yes, education is the door, but technology has changed the key, and that's the truth. So a teacher that knows technology will surely replace the one that doesn't know technology, because teaching job requires one thing that an automated machine cannot give you, and that is empathy.
Right. Yes.
Empathy.
Right.
Computer cannot be empathetical.
Right.
It is
yeah. So
what goes in and what comes out. So the emotional skill, the soft skills are possessed by the teachers, not the computer. So computer, automated machine cannot replace us. I'm not even afraid of that.
Right. Beautiful. So here comes another one. There are no bad students, only bad teachers.
Honestly,
how true
to an extent. So let me tell you my point. True and not true. That's the answer. True and not true. When I started teaching, I used to say that there are no dull students.
Okay.
There are only lazy ones.
Okay.
There are no dull students.
Okay.
There are only lazy ones.
Okay.
Sometimes last year, I thought about it again. I said, no, there are no dull students. Yes. There are no lazy students also.
Okay.
But we only need a teacher who can prime them,
right,
who can discover who they are, who can make them to stand on the platform, and you have a successful student. So it still lies on a teacher to discover the student.
Right.
Can I give an instance?
Come again?
I want to give an example.
Sure, sure.
In 2015, okay, the boy graduated in 2015. In 2014, I used to be in charge of music in my school. We would sing for outgoing students, organize them. I don't sing well, but I understand music. I can put the students through very well. So I will organize the music session and we'll do that. For this particular time, we sang and we couldn't get any ovation, no clapping. And I was like, what happened? Then one of my students went to sing alone. He rapped for them, and it was a big ovation. I didn't want to attend because I was afraid that we would not have any ovation, so I hid somewhere. Students now came to me that, hey, Mr. Opeifa, your son, most of them call them son, went to sing and it was great. I called him Savior, come here. Samson. Samson, his friend is Savior. What did you do? He said he rapped. Then I was like, Samson, you rapped. That was beautiful. Do you know, life continued that way. We started rapping. This boy gained admission to the university and he entered for a contest of musicians and he came first. And for 1 year, he earned a monthly salary of 50,000 naira. 50,000 naira, I can't convert it easily in dollars now. My point is this. If we had discovered that talent in that boy from GSS1, from the beginning, today, he will be a world star among musicians.
Right.
So it is left for teachers to discover the students. Then you discover that there are no bad students, but we only need a teacher that can discover the good students. No bad teacher too.
Right. So a teacher, the best teacher is always on a quest to find the best students, I guess, or to make them best, right?
Yes.
Beautiful. Oh, here comes for you exclusively since you are an English teacher. So those who speak English can teach English. How true is this?
It's false.
Okay. So what do you think? They need some training before getting into teaching?
No. English is a language.
Right.
I speak other language, which is my local language, that's Yoruba, my mother tongue.
Mhm.
But I cannot tell you I can teach my mother tongue as effectively
Right.
as I can teach English language because I was trained to teach English.
Yeah, true.
Yes, I was trained. I have the pedagogical training.
Right.
So the fact that you were born an Englishman does not mean you can teach English language.
Right.
I can teach it better, even though I wasn't born as an Englishman. I can teach it better than most English native speakers. So
Right.
it's not all about you being able to speak.
Right.
It's you going through the training that a teacher, that is required of a teacher.
Wow. Oh, so things like one, you mentioned that no one on this entire planet can replace a teacher. And there are no bad students. There are no lazy students. There are only best a teacher can have to discover. And not everyone can teach just because they are speaking in English. They need to be trained before getting into teaching English. Wow. So what's your driving force that challenged you to fight the adversities to the person you are today?
A driving force that has driven me to where I am today is what I have said earlier. The quest for excellence
Right.
in everything.
Correct.
The quest to always achieve the best.
Right.
No matter what, I don't want to be counted among the average.
Right.
If there's only one person that will succeed in one thing, I want to be that person. If nobody had succeeded in certain things and I am there, then I want to be the first person.
Wow.
So the quest for excellence is my driving force.
Right. Great. Beautiful. So what is your biggest challenge now that we are all in social distancing? I guess it's the same in your nation also, in your country. So how difficult is it to bring students back to school in this social distancing phase?
It's really difficult, my sister, as we say it in my language here.
Okay.
It's actually difficult.
Okay.
Now, we have the policy guideline that we shouldn't gather more than 20 in a hall.
Right.
Now, ordinarily, we don't have enough teachers in most schools in Nigeria, public schools.
Right.
Now, before now, I had about 50 in one class. That's one class, and I'll be teaching about 3 classes.
Right.
So that means I have 150 students. Now, spread my 150 students in 20s. I'm going to have about 8 classes, between 7 and 8 classes.
Right.
Now, instead of entering a class 3 times,
right.
I will be forced to enter a class 8 times.
Right.
So it's difficult.
Yes.
So what we've been able to incorporate more hands from other teachers in the lower grades that have not resumed. Okay. Because to an extent, we have partially resumed in Nigeria for our exit classes, those who are writing their certificate examination. But we had 2 weeks to prepare them afresh for the exam. So we had to incorporate, we had to bring teachers from other classes to join us so that they could do that. That's one challenge. Second, the students are very young.
Yes.
They have missed one another. Right. So coming to school after 4 or 5 months, they want to hug, they want to give high five, and it is forbidden. You don't shake.
Right.
At times they've forgotten. Now they have to use their nose mask. It's difficult for them. Yes. They complain. It's choky. Yes. They can't sustain it for long. So we have to appeal. We have to make them do it. But for them, we have to make them realize that it is meant for their good, not because and it's season, it's a phase.
Right.
It
Right.
has come and it will surely go. So these are the little challenges we have here and there.
Hopefully we will sail ahead and make the best of whatever we are facing right now. We'll go ahead with the best we can as teachers. So this had the segment you have just shared with us is so beautiful. In fact, I'm feeling so inspired that I need to do a lot as a coach. And I guess my viewers must be feeling the same. If it is a yes, please leave me with your thumbs up. Yes, that will assure me that you're all listening to the best of the best pep talk today. Yes. So here comes a rapid question round for you. Are you ready for the segment?
Okay.
Yeah. So how is your typical day? How do you spend as a teacher? How is your typical day? Uh,
How do I spend my day?
yes.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, as a teacher, permit me to use this word. To an extent, I'm not such. I'm not really. Yeah, I look like it. Yes, I'm this energetic young man,
Right.
jumping up and down. But interest apart from my school, my family, I don't really have any social life. So
Oh,
what I do daily, I wake up in the morning. I'm sorry. I wake up in the morning ordinarily.
okay.
Ordinarily before the lockdown. Before the lockdown now.
Okay.
Wake up in the morning, assist my wife in cleaning up the children and get them ready for school.
Okay.
All in my school first to quickly pen down my name, drop my children in their own school that is not far,
Okay.
and then come back, run my normal lesson activities, teach students, do the evaluation. As the assistant exam officer, attend to one or two activities in the office.
Uh-huh.
As someone who is a little bit close to the school head, the principal,
Uh-huh.
at times I get other responsibilities,
Okay.
writing, typing, and the rest.
Okay.
Then after school, I'll go and pick my children from their school,
Uh-huh.
drive down home, stay with them, eat whatever we can eat for lunch,
Uh-huh.
play with the computer,
Okay.
watch cartoons with them. Yes, I watch cartoon with
Right.
them, especially Lion Guard.
Okay.
Enjoy cartoon together, play together,
Okay.
prepare for the next day, and then wait for my wife to come back from work. She comes late,
Right.
say 8 p.m. in the evening,
Uh-huh.
and then life rolls on like that. Then
Right.
my weekend, nothing too serious. I stay at home. I don't really go for parties. I don't do parties so much.
Okay.
Then on Sunday, I go to church,
Uh-huh.
do one or two activities in the church, come
Okay.
back home and sleep to wait for Monday. So
Right.
my life just goes round and round like that. And during lockdown, it was
Okay.
so boring.
Okay.
I do this. What I'm doing now during lockdown is what we are doing now. I mean, what I'm doing now is what I did during the effective lockdown. A lot of interviews, a lot
Uh-huh.
of programs,
Right.
training other teachers too, and that's all.
Trust me, it's the same in India also for any teacher. The routine that you just mentioned, everybody are having the same cycle. They're all teaching, but the best part is they're enjoying what they're doing as a teacher, right? Okay, so if you had a chance not to work as a teacher, what other career choice you had made?
Policeman.
Okay, any reason?
I want to be a policeman.
Okay, you have special love for police, or what is it? Why police?
Okay. I thought, or I think that policing as a profession, police,
Right.
the work of the police now, should
Okay.
be that calls for discipline.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, it should be that calls for that. I'm growing up, because I won't use it now anyway.
Right.
Growing up, I
Uh-huh.
felt they help us to maintain the law,
Right.
they enforce the law. I just enjoy, yes, hiding. Let me catch this one. Let me do this.
Oh, okay.
When you watch movies a lot, American movies, even Indian movies, you see
Yeah.
the police running after a criminal, trying to catch a
The
criminal,
chase,
trying to maintain
the chasing.
stability. And I enjoy running when I was very young. Yes,
Okay.
very young then. I used to enjoy it. So I just love police job for
Okay.
just that, the discipline that should be there.
Right. So your mind is so tuned into discipline, commitment, passion, so much you're driven. Who inspires you? Who inspires your day? Like you're such an inspirational man by your own self. You have self-inspired. So what inspires you every day?
A whole lot of things
Okay.
formed me. Not can't really name it to one person.
Okay.
Yes, growing up under a very disciplined father,
Right.
discipline to the fault was one thing.
Okay.
Very disciplined parents, not father alone. My mother too. You will not see her mixing with other women in the neighborhood, gossiping and doing stuff. No. You will see that you've always find her in her shop teaching us how to read and write. My mother actually taught me how to read. My father was a tailor. He would tell us to sit down and read. So it became a part of us. Right. And we were given to studying and we imagined top in class. Wow. So the reward of discipline was immediate for us. We saw it. Okay. I emerged first position all through my primary school, except once in primary 5. So we see the reward of discipline. My father, my mother were there. Then the religion I belong to, Christianity. Right. The one I was born into happened to be these disciplined ones too. Okay. Very disciplined. You don't insult, you don't accuse, your words must be well tailored. Right. So that formed it. And over time, books I read a lot of books as a young man. Yeah, I've really reduced my reading now, but as a young man, I read so many books. Okay. International and local. So they really formed me into one person that has value for all these things: passion, excellence, discipline, determination, and the rest.
Beautiful. So talking about a book that you have read in your childhood or sometime back, one book would you love to recommend to the entire world? Yes, especially for the first time readers. Read this, it will change your life. Any one such book?
I'm talking to the entire world. But a man cannot be separated from his background. Right. So I'm going to recommend this book. It summarizes the whole thing. Now, I'm not doing it, I'm just laying the background. Okay. I'm not doing it because of the religion I belong to. Right. But he's a historical man. Yeah, you can find his story in other books that belong to other religions too. So I'm going to recommend the book written by King Solomon. Yes. King Solomon of the ancient Israel. I think I'm correct. Ancient Israel. Right. That's the book of Proverbs in the Bible. Okay. The book of Proverbs in the Bible can summarize every book, all the books I've read in my life. Okay. Because his story, everything that formed him, I wouldn't call King Solomon, a successful man at the end of the day. Okay. Yes, he went through what Shakespeare called what is called tragic hero in old Shakespearean work. Okay. Yes, he had it fine, but he had some tragic fall at the end of the day. Right. So if you want to learn how to be successful in life, pick his story. You will know how to relate with people. You will know how to relate with opposite sex, because that was one of the major problems. And that was one of the major problems of young people in my country now. So I'm recommending the book of Proverbs as found in any scriptures, either the Bible or the Quran or any other scriptures that we have around the world.
So we have books in our hand, we have knowledge, everything. It's all about how we execute them. We have everything within our parameters. We have everything in our hands. It's we who have to take that ahead. Right? Yes. Yes. So, hi, what's it been fun like being an English teacher? I love English, and I believe teachers enjoy teaching English. So what say, like, do you enjoy? Is it fun being an English teacher?
Yeah, English is fun. Yeah. English is actually fun. Yeah. If you are creative as a teacher. Right. If you are creative. Giving it to me, I would have loved to be in the sciences, because you keep on discovering more in the sciences, technology, in the mathematics and the rest. But because English is a habit, you see the result of English immediately. Yes. Right. You are teaching in a community where they cannot speak English. Right. After 6 months, 10 people are already speaking English.
Okay.
You are forming the habit.
Right.
An English teacher can influence the way you think.
Exactly.
Yes, I can influence the way you think. I can always be in your thoughts all the time. So that's why it is fun. And there are different methods of teaching English. It's not just one straight-jacketed, almighty formula or this algebra formula, this formula, that formula. No, it's not streamlined. You can approach it from different angles and still achieve the same result. So English is fun.
Right. And moreover, English involves lots of romance and just like French. And it's also, it's all about emotions. So it's
Yes,
definitely a very fun language to learn as well as to teach, I
yes.
guess. Right. Okay. So most memorable incident that you still have, any fun or anything that you still remember as a teacher?
As a teacher, yeah. The most memorable day, time, and moment in my life was in 2018, October 11,
Okay.
when I was declared, or when I emerged as the best teacher in Nigeria,
Okay.
all under the Nigerian Bureau's Maltina Teacher of the Year.
Okay.
You know, I started, I applied for it. It's a yearly application in my country.
Uh-huh.
So I put in my application and I got a call like 2 weeks before that day
Right.
that I emerged as the best in my state, in my province. Let me use in my province, in my state. I emerged the best teacher. That not that alone, that I was in the top 10 teachers in the country.
Okay.
I was like, wow, top 10, me, ordinary English teacher in a semi-rural area. How? Then I was invited to Lagos State for further interview
Uh-huh.
for the first, second, third position.
Okay.
Then when I attended the interview, I showed all this my styles of teaching,
Right.
and we were invited for a grand finale. We were
Uh-huh.
called to the podium, 11 of us, 11, and third person was called the second runner-up, a close friend from a state,
Okay.
Ondo State. The first runner-up happened to be my very good friend now, was called and emerged. So I felt two men had already been called out, two male teachers.
Okay.
So, you know, United Nations, we talk about gender equality, this
Right.
and that. So I felt, don't worry, maybe the next lady beside me will be called.
Okay.
It's cool, top 10, it wasn't bad. Suddenly, the man that was supposed to call my name, because he belongs to another tribe, could not pronounce my name very well.
Okay.
So one of the judges on the podium, who happened to be from my tribe, now whispered my name to him. But I was close to her.
Gotcha.
Then I heard.
Okay. You
So
overheard.
it was like, I started imagining, you mean the entire country, Nigeria? I think we have the largest population in Africa. You mean I am the best teacher for this moment, for this year? Imagination was still going on when the man eventually called my name. I was like, should I run? Should I jump? Should I fly? I was so confused. So I came out like this with my arms open.
Okay.
Then there was this MC. We call her Henry Paul, Dr. Henry Paul Tatafu, a popular MC, comedian. She was the MC of the program, or one of the MCs. She just came again and we collided in a full hug. I mean, the video is everywhere. In a full hug, and people were like, ah. And I didn't care. I knelt down, I stood up, I knelt down again, and I cannot forget. I cannot forget. And since then, I've been achieving one level of greatness to another, from one level of greatness to another. So I can't forget 11th of October, 2018.
11th of October 2000 is a beautiful moment for you. In fact, listening to you, I want to applaud for you for those beautiful, cherished moments.
Thank you.
Well, so you spoke about award right now that changed your thought process, that gave you a feeling that you're on the top of the world, and you had a great moments with other eminent personalities. So do you think teachers really need awards and honors? Does they really matter?
Sure, they do. Teachers actually deserve the highest honor that can be given in any country.
Right.
And I really appreciate the non-governmental organizations, companies, NGOs that are looking out for teachers and are rewarding their work. Yes, teachers deserve one of the highest that can be given in any country, anywhere. And today, thank God, we have Global Teacher Prize that
Right.
is giving $1 million to
Oh,
that best teacher in the world.
right.
We have in my country, Martina Teacher of the Year. I'll give ₦1 million every year for 5 years or for 6 years to the
Okay.
best teacher, and 500,000 naira to every state winner. And then we'll build a 6 block of how should I call it now? A building of 6 classrooms, a block of 6 classrooms, yes, a block of 6 classrooms for
Uh-huh.
the school of the winner. That is by Nigerian bureaus. They are doing fantastic jobs there. And there are other teachers, other organizations around in Nigeria, in Kenya, all over, even in USA, that are
Mhm.
giving awards to teachers. So teachers actually deserve to be awarded. I
So,
wish every single teacher can be given something, but
right.
it's still fine. We are getting there.
So appreciations will take us a long way.
It goes a long way. It motivates us.
Yes, true, true. Any skill that you learned in recent past? Any one skill, any specific skill?
Mm, I got better with my computer.
Okay, okay.
I thought I knew a lot before, but with my computer, I mean, during the lockdown, I
Right,
learned a lot, especially on PowerPoint.
right. Oh, okay. So you're quite working on PowerPoints, I guess. It's so many
Yes,
presentations globally, addressing
yes.
global audience. Right?
Mm.
Okay. Here comes a rhetorical question for you. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. You're a teacher. You have all solutions in your hands, but here it goes. If you
Okay.
are stranded in any island and there's
Can you
no
take
one around,
can you take it again? I lost that.
yeah, if you are stranded in any island and there's no one around to rescue you, so how do you see the situation?
Mm. If I'm stranded like Robinson Crusoe
Oh, yeah.
on an island, I will see it as an opportunity to become a king.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
In a close by village here, there's a village close to me called One Man Village.
Okay.
One Man Village. I think historically, the village, it was only one man that was living in the entire village. Probably that was the story. So
Okay.
if I find myself on an island as the only person, it will be an opportunity for me to
Okay.
become the king of that island. And I hope soon more people will come and join me, because I'm going to innovate a lot. I'm going to do a lot to transform the island, and more people will come and join me, but I will have been the first man that is on that island. So inside every adversity,
Right.
there is an advantage.
Right.
Inside every adversity, there is an advantage.
Right. You just need to look out. There's lots of a sea of opportunities, I guess. You just have to see out, look out. Yes. Well, thank you, Olasunkanmi, for joining us for Pep Talk. Any suggestions and comments on Pep Talk? How did you like it?
Wow, it's a great one. It's a good one for people like us that actually don't really connect so much, to have
Okay.
someone from another country showing interest in what you do,
Right.
and then you are connecting, asking. Now, you're not asking me 100% professional questions.
Right.
These are questions that I can relax and answer. Okay, they are not, so it's a very fine one. TED
Right.
Talk is just one of those things that I can say, yes, teachers should always come. Invite more teachers, let them relax and talk about their lives. Let them
Yeah.
just talk about it. So you are doing a good job. Thank you. One more request from you. Can I ask,
Yes. Go ahead.
can you pronounce your name again, and let me learn it, just the way you've learned my name.
Wow. Sudha.
Again?
Sudha Mai.
Sudamahi.
I'll get that. We'll work on that later.
All right, all right.
There's always
I
trouble
really
with
enjoy
the
my session with you.
pronunciations, but I would love to be called as Sudha because,
Sudha.
and yes, Sudha.
Okay, Sudha.
Sudha,
I
yes,
will, I will learn it.
yes.
I'll just give you a call one day and say Sudha. You're like, wow, I got your name.
Right. Because I will always be loved to be called as the Be Spoken and Be Heard's Pep Talk communication
Oh,
coach, Sudhamai, right? Thank you.
okay, okay,
Thank you,
that's fantastic.
Olasunkanmi, for joining the Pep Talk. And I hope you have much more wonderful initiatives for your country and you join us to India and spread your beautiful art of teaching to the entire world. And may you win many more laurels in your life. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, that was Olasunkanmi Opeifa from Nigeria, the man who won many hearts through his excellence in his teaching profession. He won the Global Teachers Prize and he has shared the beautiful journey that he had encountered right from his learning age to a teacher. Well, isn't that beautiful? If that's a yes, do leave me with wonderful comments for our dear guest. I'll be back again with my pep talk with yet another interesting personality, an amazing academician who would be sharing us their journey with their career in teaching. That's all for today. I'll be back again. Till then, keep smiling and hey, don't forget to leave me a comment. Bye bye, everyone.